A banquet event is used for an event that will have one client code and be billed to one person, such as a wedding. A banquet event does not take registration. To create a banquet event, navigate to the Event Management module and select the Event List or Event Management view. Click the Create New Event button. Double-click on the calendar, or in the View by Facility, you can click and drag, then right-click and select Create Event, which is typically the preferred option. From here, you can go ahead and give your event a name. Setting the event type group is optional, and setting the event type is required. You must select an event type which is not set to registration required. You will know this is a banquet event based on the client info on the screen like you see here. You'll also want to set your start and end date and times. In the Client Info tab and the General subtab, set the client type to member or guest, i.e. who is hosting the event, and select the host of the event, which can be done by clicking on the lookup icon. If you select a member or guest from the database, their information will pre-populate in the rest of the fields. If the contact is event-specific, click Contact Info is event-specific, which will allow you to update the member/guest information without affecting the accounts receivable member information. If the event is sponsored by a member, check Sponsored Event and select the sponsoring member. If you wish for minimums to be updated to that member, check the corresponding box. If needed, you can add up to 2 additional contacts, such as an event planner, spouse, etc. As you go along, go ahead and click the Save button to save your changes. Note that you have to save in order to adjust the event layout in the Facilities tab. In the Facilities tab, we can select the facility and specify the seating style, date and time, agreed, expected, and confirmed numbers, room rental price, which is dictated by the billing item but can be overridden, sales area to be billed through, and optionally add setup and teardown times, and specify if you want to block the facility for the setup and teardown times. Use the Event Layout button to select the event layout for the facility and make edits as needed. You can also optionally add facility notes, which are specific to the facility and appear on the BEO, and facility internal notes, which are used for staff informational purposes. Then you have the Services tab, where you can add the services for the event, such as cocktail hour, bar service, buffet dinner, etc. And indicate the facility, time, for example, cocktail hour runs from 3 to 5 p.m. and dinner service runs from 5 to 8 p.m., as well as the sales area and any applicable discount. Add specific items under the Service Items section, where you can use the manual entry option to individually add items, which you can do by typing, or click the Item Selector button, which will allow you to select multiple items at once. You can add the item by double-clicking on it. Before you go ahead and click Save and Close. Then you can go ahead and adjust the quantity, price, and discount as applicable. In the Resources tab, specify a grouping description and add all applicable resources needed for the event, such as a microphone, and indicate the quantity required as well as the price and any applicable discount. In the Checklist tab, you can add any applicable checklist to the event and set the checklist details. The checklist can be printed from this screen. In the Budget tab, you can specify a budget for this event, which is a way to set up the revenue, billed from facility and service charges, and expenses, entered as manual costs, % of sales costs, or item cost per inventory for the event. Use the Payments tab to enter payments and deposits. Deposits represent monies paid prior to the event against the billable amount and do not show in the member's account. They are event-specific and will not be applied to other member charges. Payments represent monies paid towards the invoiced amount generally after the event is completed. If the member will pay for the event with other charges on their AR statement, then bill the event and do not enter payments here. Use the Preview button to preview the entry to verify the journal entry, and the Post button to post the payment or deposit, after which an audit number will be generated. In the Other tab, you can specify the salesperson, event coordinator, and assign specific employees to the event. The Open Task button allows you to specify specific tasks for the event, such as setup and tear down, and assign dates, times, and employees to that task. The Open Extra Info button displays event extra information pulled from the event type settings and can be completed as applicable. You can add event notes, which will display on the forms, and internal event notes, which will display on the screen. Use the Documents tab to upload any event-related documents. You can use the Open Forms button to preview, print, and/or email event forms. Lastly, you will want to confirm the stage of the event, which can be updated over the course of the event. Once you've completed all the settings, go ahead and click Save and Close. Once you have created the event, you can edit the event by selecting the event and clicking Edit Selected Event, or double-click on the event. Use the Open Billing button to bill out the balance of the event to the member's AR account. In Step 1, set the date of record and check partial billing if applicable. In Step 2, confirm the items to be billed. And in Step 3, review the posting prior to billing. The Pre-Post button will post the revenues and expenses and post to the AR holding account, not the member's AR. You can use the Pre-Post Preview prior to completing the posting. This option is used where charges to the event may occur, but GL postings are required for period end. The Final Post button will post the event to the member's AR account and reverses any deposits against the billing amount. There is also a preview option for Final Post. After the Final Post, no charges can be made to the event. If this is a non-member event, you can post payments against the event as they are paid in the Payments tab until the balance is 0. Then do a final post here. No actual amount will be billed to AR since there is no balance, and only the GL will be impacted.